Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Way of Meditation service. I'm Reverend Julie Moret, and here we are at the Agape International Spiritual Center, founded and directed by Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. We welcome you. Our selected reading today comes from the book Trust, Mastering the Four Essential Trusts by Iyanla Vanzant, and it can be found on page 11 of chapter 1, Trust. It's complicated, and it's entitled Self-Trust. Like every other spiritual lesson, you must learn in life there is a meaning, purpose, and value in trust. Self-trust is the development and mastery of an unwavering, unquestionable, inward conviction about your own value, worth, and ability to be, to create, and to enjoy all that you desire in the process of living and learning more about yourself. This requires an inner belief that you can rely on your own character, abilities, strength, and capacity to know the truth and act upon that knowledge in a self-supportive manner. In other words, trusting yourself means having the confidence in yourself to do what is best for you, moment by moment. And if the choices and decisions that you make do not work out for your highest good, you know and believe that you will still be okay. The biggest lesson and challenge in the development and practice of trusting yourself is giving yourself permission to make a mistake. So we invite you to join us in a moment of prayer. Feeling so grateful and excited already. So grateful for this opportunity to become aware that there is this omnipresent, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving presence. Reverend Michael referred to it last week as his best friend. So grateful to know that this best friend is always with us. That it is with me in this very moment. I am always at one with this supreme oneness. And as I know this is so for myself, I know it's true for you right where you are, that this power, this presence, this source, this love, this wholeness and vitality and goodness is always with you, always guiding, always supporting, always nurturing. And so I'm so grateful that we get to gather together in our chosen heightened vibratory frequency, in our chosen agreement, understanding that we are taking this time to commune with Spirit in this Way of Meditation service. I know and declare already that this time is blessed. It's filled with love and nurturance and such supreme goodness, remembrance of who and whose we really are. So grateful for Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith, for the way in which he guides us through this process of moving into more and more awareness of our true selves. I bless Reverend Michael right where he is, knowing that everything he needs, he has, all the love, all the energy, all the willingness, all the creativity, all the joy, all the fun, all the power, all the fierceness, everything. The whole universe colludes in this moment to support him in being his fullest self. And I'm grateful to know that the same is true for each of us, that in this very moment we are all guided, supported, held, and in a field of absolute love. With gratitude, I allow it to be, and I say, and so it is. Amen. So we invite you to begin taking some full, deep, easy breaths as we prepare for our meditation time. Did a little Reverend Michael check. So I invite you to simply begin to hold that space and feel how good it feels to turn within. Maybe simply beginning to focus on the breath. You can begin by breathing in full and deep and relaxed. Releasing away anything that doesn't serve. You can go ahead and find your right meditation position, whatever that is for you. You could have your feet, make sure they're nicely planted on the ground, or if you're sitting in lotus position, whatever is right for you. The spine is tall and erect without being rigid. You can allow your hands to be palms up, resting on your lap, maybe forefinger and thumb connected. And notice if there's a heightened level of peace that you start to experience as we go through these rituals of establishing our right positions. What works best for us in meditation. Sometimes having the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, you can play with that. And as Reverend Michael likes to share, practice letting a smile grow across your face. Knowing that that smile then begins to inform the rest of your body. Mind and emotions. Become aware that we are about the business of joy and goodness. And you could practice the 4 squared breathing as we really get ourselves so primed and ready for this meditation time. So that's breathing in on a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, releasing for a count of 4, and holding for a count of 4. And just notice how you start to settle, drop in, expand, open. So breathing in on a count of 4, and hold, and release, and hold the air out. Breathing in, hold, and exhaling out. And hold. And you can continue at your own pace. And Reverend Michael will be joining us shortly.
Glory be to God. Hey, Reverend Julie. Good job. I was watching it. Karen, Reverend Coco, Reverend Arlene. We have 4 people in the sanctuary. And thousands of you tuning in at this particular moment to get your sit on, to get a sense of your oneness with the pure spirit of the living God. Reverend Julie has welcomed you into this space. And you're beginning now, even as you're hearing my words, to extract your attention from the external world, the world of what we call the world of effects, the world of circumstances, the world of situations, the world of people, places, things that bring about comparison and bring about you not necessarily being in tune with your first relationship first, that is, with the presence within you, your higher self, the God presence. So many people wake up in the morning or go throughout the course of their day, and their whole reflective process is in their relationship with someone else, comparing to someone else. And they sometimes fail to stop and come to the primary relationship first before you move into how you're doing with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And so they give up their power. They diffuse their energy. And so in meditation, it's just you and you. In meditation, you're coming to your primary, first relationship. That is with the presence of the living God, the living one. The universal self, the universal presence. One God, one power, one presence. The great God of the universe, love, beauty, intelligence. Without that soulful conscious connection, you're moving throughout the world and you're constantly dealing with your reaction or response to things going on that appear to be outside of yourself. That's not a powerful way of living. A powerful way of living is for you to tune into the one power first. To go beyond merely believing that there's one power and one presence, one God called by many names. Go beyond the hypothesis, going beyond the theory of that, going beyond the scriptures of that, going beyond whatever club you belong to in that, whether you're in a Christian club, a Buddhist club, a Muslim club, whatever club whatever way you're approaching life. You have to go into practice so that you have that primary relationship intact and it's real. And then whatever club you belong to, you become a better club member. Become a better Christian, better Muslim, better Buddhist, better Zoroastrian, whatever it is that your culture has pulled you into. You're going to the root of it, the mystical roots of it, and you become spiritually liberated. You become free. So the art and the science of meditation is primary to every spiritual path. Extracting your attention from the world. Establishing yourself as an intentional being, that you're sitting with dynamic intention. To have a realization of your oneness with the presence. This is very important because there's different stratas of the use of meditation, and oftentimes we become byproductal sons and daughters. We want the byproducts of the meditation. We want the byproducts of establishing intention, but we want to go beyond being the byproduct sons and daughters. We want to go direct. And then allowing the byproducts to occur. That does not mean you don't have moments of planning, don't have moments of visualizing, don't have moments of visioning. No. But you must have moments of pure, agendaless connection. Oneness with the presence as your baseline. And then you use the other stratas of spiritual strategy and technology at different times when you're working on different things. So the way of meditation service is dedicated primarily to you having conscious contact with the presence that is never an absence. And incrementally and sometimes dramatically, it changes the trajectory of your life forever. And what occurs? A sense of peace that passes human understanding, because the peace is not connected to what's happening in the world. It's It's not connected to the political theater that's happening at this particular time. It's not connected to the tumult. It's not connected to whether your plans are going well or not well. You are connected to you. Pre-incarnational you. Pre-imprinting from hereditary imprints you. Pre-socialization, pre-colonization, pre-domestication from your society, pre-external authority figure where you're leaning into some kind of external authority figure. Before all of that, there's you. Sovereign, your own authority is your own insight into your awareness of your oneness with God, of which many people have abdicated the throne of their own sovereignty and have bowed to an external authority figure because they're cowering in fear. Not you. You get your sit together on a daily basis. And you watch as you begin to remember who you are. And you become full and hydrated with the living Spirit of the living God. And the wisdom, the guidance, the direction, the sense of safety and well-being flood your being. And this is where you want to live. Don't waste an incarnation in fear. Don't waste an incarnation in greed. Don't waste an incarnation in hate. Don't waste an incarnation in anxiety and anxiousness. Live full out as a dynamic, beautiful, elegant expression of infinite spirit. That's who you are. That's it. You're dedicating this time and the space that you're in your room where your altar is, or you might have a candle, you might have a burning, you might have some incense burning, you may have your favorite book out with prose or poetry or affirmation, all providing the vibrational context that when you step into that space, your subconscious mind is prepared and ready for what you are about to do for the next few moments. You're about to give yourself fully over to your conscious connection with the presence that is never an absence. Close the outer eyes. Tap a little bit on the first eye. Colloquially, we would call that the third eye. But we are aware that it's the first eye because you're a spiritual being first. And your incarnation has come secondly to reveal your presence of God. So you just tap, just as a little activation. Squeeze a little bit your body, tense it up, take a breath, tense everything up. Release. Hands facing upward in a receptive position. Thumb and forefinger touching today. It's transcending ego perception, limited perception. And we feel into why we are sitting. What is our intention? What pulled us to be here? Perhaps the language is, I want a more pure connection with the Spirit of the living God. I want to know myself on a much purer level, beyond the static of previous experience or things that I've thought about myself or things that I've inherited in terms of what other people have thought about me. I want direct contact with God. Establish ourselves in this intentional moment. And we begin to notice that as you've been sitting for weeks, many of you, months, many of you years, that you have an ability to place your attention where you want it. And so you're embracing your intention. First those words, and then they become a feeling tone. And simultaneously you're aware that the body temple is breathing. This temple of the living God, you, is breathing. That breath is ever present. It's not future breath. It's not past breath. It's present. Keeps you present. You're available to the awareness of an eternal broadcast, the presence of God revealing itself as wisdom, transforming knowledge, creative intelligence, unconditional love, always. So there's a deep inner listening and inner seeing beyond the sensorium, beyond the eyes and the ears, the taste, the touch, the smell. Pure consciousness. You see, you hear the inaudible, the invisible. Reverential alertness is activated. I sit as if something very important is being broadcast to me. And with every breath, the static is being cleared up that I may hear and see. And this is our first time doing this, ever. So our beginner's mind is activated. Our childlike nature is activated and cultivated. And here we sit. From time to time I'll say, where's your attention? You just notice if you got caught in body sensation or emotions or thoughts, inner conversations, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just notice where that thinkingness is. If you've gotten caught and gone unconscious with it, you just come back to the breath and begin again. If you're in a state of observation of it all, beautiful. You are the witness, the onlooker, the observer, changing everything based on the observer effect. Where is your attention? Are you observing the thinkingness, embracing an insight? Or did you get caught? If you got caught, you come back to the breath and begin again. you will, take a deep, pure inhalation to the nostrils and release with this sigh of ah, ah. And allow yourself just to feel the sacred connection that you've been making, to embrace the vibration of any insights that have occurred in your awareness, any insights around that which is being let go, insights around that which is being embraced. And let us lift ourselves vibrationally into the frequency of thanksgiving. Not merely a day that is celebrated in the year, but a way of living, a state of consciousness, thanksgiving, thanks living, gratitude, appreciation. All of this is a part of your spiritual technology of prayer to lift yourself into the field of gratitude because of, in spite of, independent of circumstances and situations. Be grateful. And in this consciousness of gratitude, the altitude that we're now living in consciously, the recognition factor is acute, it's high. We recognize the presence. We recognize the presence that's beating our heart, that's breathing through us, that's extracting the genius of extraction of hydrogen and oxygen out of the air. It's a presence that has condensed itself into life-living biology. Genius biology. We recognize the presence everywhere. The breath we're about to take, we recognize the presence as the love we have encountered, the beauty we have encountered. We recognize the presence and feel so unified with the presence that from the rooftop of our inner awareness, our being shouts, I am. I am what thou art, and thou art what I am. No difference. No distance. No separation. One God. And from the consciousness of oneness, the word that is being spoken is a true law. It's not an opinion, it's a law unto itself that only knows its own fulfillment, spoken with the authority of one that knows that God is all that there is, embraced by this united state of consciousness all around this globe, creating this center of coherence around our divine reality, which is the presence of God. The word is spoken for each and every one of us. That dynamic freedom ensues now. Spiritual liberation is the order of the day. The frequency of all needs met is embraced and magnified. And that lily of the field consciousness takes hold. And we spin and toil not and have not one anxious thought about the future. And allow for the great law of the universe, which is progressive. The great love of the universe, which is totally giving. To embrace this word that has been spoken and to bring it into manifestation with an ease, a grace, a dignity, a power without one negative incident. All needs met. Health and wholeness. Clarity. Wellness. Prosperity. Joy. Pure happiness. Bliss and ecstasy. This is all happening now. We accept that it's happening right now, in the now. And here we abide. And so it is. Amen. Once again, to the regulars that tune in to the Way of Meditation service, thank you for tuning in and helping to create this vast center of coherence surrounding the entire globe. You make a big difference in the mental atmosphere of the planet. You may not know it, but it is true. You have shifted the world in a powerful way. For those who are new to the Way of Meditation service, thank you for coming in. Try to make this a regular part of your spiritual practice. You can even go back on the archive and see other moments of teaching around meditation, or watch this one over and over as well. But thank you for tuning in. It's so important that you have the bedrock of quintessent quietness and sacred stillness and golden silence as a dimension of your life. This is a moment in which we get to practice the law of circulation. We're aware that our life is a gift. It's been gifted to us by the presence as an emanation of itself with all needs met. And we jumpstart our health and prosperity and our love by generosity, by being generative, by giving, by sharing, by volunteering, by assisting, by seeking to live a life of service. That's where true happiness and perennial happiness comes from, giving and serving. Not servitude, but giving and serving as a way of living. And so we want you at this moment, and many of you are already in this practice, and if you are, you can begin your giving process now. We want you to begin to be generative and to begin to celebrate that you have something to give, regardless of the amount, something to give, and to give it without restriction and without any agenda attached to it. It's called unconditional giving. Because you've been given your life unconditionally, you want to give from that space so there's a continual circulation and that you can be permanently prospered beyond money. Every area of your life coming into harmony. And so we stop and we give thanks. That's the first gift we give today, is we give thanks for our life, for our breath. We give thanks for everything. We bless what we have to give today. We dedicate it to the knowing of truth that makes us free. The truth of our being that allows intrinsic freedom to explode through us. We give thanks for this and allow it to be so. And so it is. Amen. And so again, the veterans, however it is that you normally give, please do so. Many of you are on the auto tithe program. God bless you and thank you for that. And many of you already know how to text to donate. If you do not, you just text the word give, G-I-V-E, to the sheet's over here. There's a lot of things happening here that I don't know about. We have to roll with the changes. 424-321-6243. Text the word give. On your phone, it'll prompt you. And you can choose the amount and the regularity. Please do so. If you want to mail it in, you mail it to Agape International at 8549 Wilshire Boulevard. On your screen, there it is, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. I'll repeat that. You're going to mail it in. I love receiving the mail. I just sent you guys a big thank you letters for your generosity. 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. And the website, agapelive.com, is a sacred, secure site. You can make a donation online as well. Those are the three ways that you can do it. Text to donate, mail it in, or the website. Take care of your business. Reverend Julie is going to come forward and highlight just a few of the things going on at Agape.
Agape has so many ways for us to keep our hearts open and growth during this time. Visit agapelive.com for details, and all times are Pacific time. Last call, join the Agape International Global Choir. If you are a singer, visit agapelive.com/global choir for information and upload your audition videos today. It's the last day. We look forward to having you share your voice as the choir goes global. Teen Agape is online today at 11:15 a.m. Click the Teen Agape banner on our website for more information. We have 2 classes for our Agape youth. One is for 9 to 13-year-olds at 2 p.m. The other is for 3 to 8-year-olds at 3:30 p.m. Both are live in the Zoom room with music, singing, and more. Email Reverend Leon at agapelive.com to receive your youth fun packs and join the classes. Agape has daily morning prayer at 8 a.m. and meditation at noon. Both are on Agape's Facebook Live. Would you like to speak to somebody? Crisis Support Clinic will be in session tomorrow. Email crisissupport@agapelive.com to set up your 20-minute appointment. Laughter Yoga is back via Zoom. Join Agape practitioner Martin Weech from 7 to 8 p.m. Register at agapelive.com/laughter yoga. Agape Spiritual Community Gatherings are Fridays at 5:30. Join an enriching, inspiring gathering led by Agape's master teachers. Email scg@agapelive.com. Loving Hands Unite, the adoption, foster care, fertility ministry, has its monthly meeting tomorrow, Monday, October 9th. No, it's October 9th, 7 p.m. via Zoom. If you would like support with any aspect of your adoption process, email lovinghandsunite@agapelive.com. Join the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, Queer Plus ministry Saturday, October 10th at 3 p.m. It's a Zoom gathering with featured speaker and Agape practitioner Garrick Angel. Email lgbt@agapelive.com. Agape University class is in session. Join Reverend Michael for The Activated Life, Unlock Your Spiritual Power. The class has begun, but registration is still open. You can sign up today and receive the live recording from the first class, then join 4 more Tuesdays as he leads you through activations to awaken your soul's potential. An Agape University class for licensed ministers and practitioners from Race to Grace, Building Beloved Community. Beginning October 17th, this is at 5 Saturdays at noon. Join Agape practitioner Aisha Mason as we ask empowering questions that direct our path and transform systemic racial tension. Save the date for Spiritual Liberation, taught by Reverend Kim Stanwood Terranova, 5-week course beginning October 15th. Study the core concepts of Reverend Michael's teachings. You can check out agapelive.com for registration information and full course descriptions. We are looking for an investigative journalist to write a story on behalf of Rhythmia Life Advancement Center. Contact John Jacob Mubarak at jjm@rhythmia.com. If you are ready to clarify connection and community during these fluxed up times, be sure to sign up today for Retreat, Find Yourself at Home. This is Reverend Michael's virtual online meditation retreat on his new app, Beckwith Inspires. It begins October 22nd through the 24th, featuring soul-centered, inspiring music by the acclaimed recording singers Guapale and Lyra. And when you sign up now, you'll receive a bonus bundle of Reverend Michael's digital products, plus 6 months of free access to the premium content on the Beckwith Inspires app. Register now at michaelbbeckwith.com. Much like meditation and prayer, dance is a way to reset and begin again. Upload your full 1-minute video dancing during a Sunday service at the banner on Agape's website, and you may see yourself dance with the Rev on social media and on Sundays. Post to social media using the hashtag #DanceWithTheRev and tag Agape. There's so much to do here. Find what's yours and jump in. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Julie. That's just a tad of many things that go on in our community. And thank you for your support. For those of you who are generating now, giving now, so appreciate you. And for those of you who will be watching this on the archive that gave at that moment, it's still now, and we appreciate you. We stop at this moment and we give thanks to the great God of the universe that indwells us, that is our very life and being, and of which we are living, moving, and having our beingness in, that it overflows the banks of our present paradigm, that we may become more, never less than our true self. We bless these gifts that are coming in today, knowing that they're transmuted into ministries and programs and projects and staff, equipment, and everything that is necessary for the fulfillment of the vision of Agape International being a continual birthplace of the beloved community. This is all happening right this moment, and we allow it to be so. And so it is. Amen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, at 8:30, there's the meditation service. 9 o'clock is the worship service with the music. We have Brother Ray Davis with us today and the message. Or 11 a.m. or 11:30 p.m. 11:30 a.m., excuse me. Choose your services. It's going to be good. Stand up where you are. Sing one verse of Return to Me, and be aware that your meditative practice, your prayer practice, your study, your fellowship is about returning continually to your real self. With every breath, let us return. End and begin. Wherever you are, don't be embarrassed. Just saying, return to me. Return. Return to me. With every breath. Return. End and begin. With every breath. With every breath, return. Oh, great God of the universe, divine presence that is never absent, always giving of itself, always being itself, and never compromising nor contradicting its nature, we yield to this presence. And allow all that the presence is to know itself as our very life, that we may be the conscious representations of love and beauty and intelligence on earth, as it is in the mind of the infinite, so that we're not only bringing heaven to earth, earth is becoming heaven because of our presence now. And so it is. Amen. Peace and blessings. Thank you for your attendance. We'll see you shortly.